Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Here we have a residential application. So the first thing I want to look at is any obstacles we have, and the only obstacles we have are these doorways. Now the residents told me that this particular door they never open, nor do they open this door over here. You can see that we have these two seating areas here, one there, one here. This is dining, and then reclining over here. So the door is something that we have to consider, even though they say they're not going to open it. Still, by codes, we have to abide by any code that we know of. So, in any case, I have two different options. They want possibly two heaters, and let's go ahead and look at the dimensions first. Overall dimensions, we can see a height here. Up to the bottom of this post, or this beam coming across, is 7 foot 6 inches, and then up to the top of the tongue and groove that's in here. I don't have tongue and groove built up, but the wood up here would be 10 foot 7. So that's that, and also 31 feet distance, but that doesn't really matter at this particular application because we're going to be dealing with just the two seating places. And what does matter is this 11-foot span here. So, all right, let me go ahead and turn that off. And then we'll look at the first option, which would be a slimline series, a 4,000 watt unit. So here we have two 4,000 watt units, and I have them centered in the space. So this was 11, so that'd be 5 feet 6 inches, centered to the heater itself. Now the bracket here would swivel, and it also runs along this channel right here. So I'm not sure if you can see that okay, but there's a channel that goes along the entire length right there, and the bracket would slide back and forth. Now there is a limitation to how far it will go, but you have to look at the owner's manual for that information. And then of course you'll have to angle the heater appropriately so that the center is right here, and then the bracket would have to be mounted at an angle so that it matches up with the slope here. And then that way you can actually attach it to the beams coming across. Now if you couldn't do that, you could physically match them up to let's say the tongue and groove inside here. And then just get the extended bracket, whatever this length here. I think this is a 5 by beam. So I think they have a 6-inch extended bracket. So you could actually physically put the bracket on here, but that's an accessory you'd have to buy in addition to the heater itself. These brackets, which supply the 6-inch clearance, comes with the heater itself. And it's also true with the next product that I show you as well. So let's go ahead and look at the clearance on the top. And so you can see we have the 6-inch clearance all around the heater, and the clearance on the bottom. And you can see that we're meeting the clearance to these doorways here, so that's not an issue whatsoever. All right, let's turn that off. Now you can see I've placed the heaters centered within this space here. So we're getting a good throw from left to right. You should get about a 12-foot throw at this height. And here we're getting about a 10-foot throw, and you can see we're missing about a half foot here, half foot over on this side as well. So that's going to be the best coverage you can get with, and you can see this chair here, for instance, if it's pulled back out, you're not going to be in this beam of light, and if you're not in the beam of light, then you're not going to feel the warmth of the output of the heater. So. And the same is true on this side here. Now I know I have a haphazard, forgive me, display of furniture here. But in any case, you can see, this furniture here is, your backs are up against the wall basically, and you're outside the beam, but your legs and lap will be inside of that beam area. And then that's true with this here as well. So on colder nights, you might just want to move the furniture a little bit in. This is a sliding chair, or rather a glider chair, and I know it's a little bit more difficult to move, but that's the only way you're going to be able to appreciate the heat, is by moving the furniture closer in on those cooler nights that you want to utilize this space. So that would be the slimline 4,000 watt units. The 4,000 watt unit is the highest you can get on a slimline. And let's go ahead and turn on the other units. I'm going to turn off the slimline here. And then the C series would be a 6,000 watts. So there's dual elements inside here. And the same is true on the top. You have 6 inches of clearance, and then on the bottom clearance here, you can see that we have, we're meeting that clearance all around the unit itself. All right. And then let's go ahead and go to the footprint of heat. Oh, let me turn that off real quick. And the footprint of heat. You can see it's essentially about the same. It's just more intense. So on cooler nights, let's say you get down to that 45 to 50 degree temperatures, you can turn this unit all the way up. Now on, let's say, the average cooler days here in Southern California, in the 50s to 55s, I guess, then you'd probably not have to turn it up all the way. Maybe 75% or 80%, something like that. But this unit would require you to use a control system. Now the customer has a space over here where they can come out of the crawl space below the house and pull a electric line and go through the underside of the house to supply the electrical to the heater. And then you'd probably want to put a junction box here, and maybe either a control over here or a control over there, as far as the dimmer, like a dimmer switch. But probably over here would be best, just so that it's all in the same location. But yeah, so the footprint again on this side is essentially the same. It's just more intense, and it can be drawn down. So, but that would be the CD4024 model, and in using it with a control, I'm just going to suggest a universal control system for this. So, all right, and again, let me just say that these are in the center of the room again, so centered at that 5.5 middle of the heater, and then middle of this span, this opening span. I think this is about 10-foot span here. So, but I actually have it just centered off the doorway here. Now these brackets too are fixed brackets, so you can't move these brackets. So you can see here I'm not matching the studs or the beams coming across here. So you would have to build some kind of block behind here, or get the extended brackets and attach it to the tongue and groove above. Again, the extension would probably be the 6-inch extension. I think it's a 5-inch 3x5 beam there. All right, I hope this has helped you. I thank you for watching. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating needs, feel free to send us an email to support@patioheat.com. And if you have any questions, just place them in the comment section below. We'll be happy to answer those. As well as if you would consider just giving us a thumbs up, that helps us to build up our exposure here on YouTube. And it seems like a lot of people are appreciating this, so we thank you for doing that. All right, have a great day.